800-300-1905.
On Get Down to Business, we love to talk to the people that are making a difference, and one of those people is Gary Rabine of the Rabine Group. Gary is one of those names that a lot of people probably have heard before because he's got a bunch of companies. He's truly an entrepreneur, and we're thrilled to have Gary Rabine of the Rabine Group here on Get Down to Business. Gary, thanks for joining us on the show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You bet, and I know you've been traveling, so just thrilled that you were able to make it. So, Gary, if you don't mind, just tell us a little bit about yourself and the companies that sort of fall under your umbrella.
Yeah, I started business in the early '80s. Worked in the late '70s doing the business I'm in, paving driveways basically, and began my own company in the early '80s. We've grown from one company to a dozen companies. Started out paving driveways in northern Illinois, and today we pave more parking lots in the country than anybody else in the country. So we call companies like Walmart, Target, Home Depot, Lowe's, Walgreens, and a bunch of other national customers are partners, and we're growing rapidly nationally as well as locally.
That's really cool. So, Gary, is there a secret to your success? Is it the people? Is it your connections? What do you think sort of makes a company that started and with very humble beginnings in the early '80s, and now you're, as you said, one of the largest in the country?
Yeah, I really believe it's all about the people for sure. It's about the talent that we can surround ourselves with, as well as great partners and customers that we can grow with, right? And for us, we've been very fortunate to hire people that are actually passionate about kind of dirty industries, right? Paving, roofing, and the stuff that we do. It's not the prettiest work in the world, but we're really passionate about it, and we strive to be very innovative in what we do. So we tend to find really forward-thinking people, and we've had a lot of fun growing our businesses.
Innovative is a really interesting term because I think that sort of describes what you've been up to lately. Anybody who goes to your website, and we'll obviously share your contact information in a few minutes, but you can see that you've got a whole page on sustainability and LEED frameworks for buildings that you're involved in. Tell us a little bit about how that's developed and your focus on sustainability, and I think a lot of other things that in your design center that it seems that you're very proud of.
Yeah, so in finding great minds in our industry, we've been involved in national organizations for the last couple decades, and learning from the leaders of these national organizations, and we've got to be good friends with many of them, and end up hiring a few of them to help lead our engineering and our environmental engineering, our pavement engineering, and our roofing and pavement project management teams. So what happens is we end up hiring these great minds, and they're always innovative. They're usually always into R&D. So we've had to support R&D for the last 15 years, like nobody else in our industry. But it's brought us some really cool stuff. And we have we're one of the most innovative when it comes to building pavements that drain water, pervious asphalt and concrete. It's the greenest pavement you can put down, and we're leading the country with that product. We're always trying to make it better. Our engineers are now working with other engineers across the globe to constantly test better additives and better products to make it better. And so it started out about 10 years ago where pervious pavements were not pavements you really want to drive on too much without having some problems with it. Today you can drive loaded semis on it and turn on it and have very little problems, and it's pretty cool because you can actually drain water through the pavement and right directly into the aquifer. It's really, really nice stuff. So that's one thing, but we have many pavements. We have a roller compacted concrete, a concrete pavement that's the strongest concrete pavement known to man today. It reaches double the strength in PSI than normal concrete, and it sets up and you can drive on it about 5 times faster than normal concrete. So that's a couple things we've developed, and there's a lot more, but I'd probably bore you if I kept talking about it.
Well, and one of the cool things that you're doing that sort of relates more than concrete and paving to me is your involvement in the community. And on your website, I'm on your foundation page, and I see you have a blood drive, and I see the Rabine Group employees shaving their heads for a good cause. And you seem to pride yourself on your relationship and your obviously taking care of your employees, but also your involvement in community. And I think that's commendable. You've grown the company, but haven't forgotten your humble beginnings, and that's really exciting. Again, we're talking with Gary Rabine of the Rabine Group and the over a dozen companies that fall under his umbrella. Gary, on your website, you've got a lot of jobs, and we love talking about and spreading the word about jobs to, I think, the good people that listen to the show. How can people learn more about those positions and find out more about the work that you guys are doing at the Rabine Group?
Yeah, so I mean, we're always, I say always, but very often hiring project managers to manage our businesses, whether it be local, regional, or national businesses when it comes to paving parking lots or roofing projects and stuff that we do. We do a lot of snow removal. We have a pipe televising business where we put robots in the ground and televise pipe. So we have a bunch of project management opportunities on a fairly often basis, and we're looking for people that really have fun doing the type of stuff that we do. So I would say if anybody's interested in the stuff that we're doing, jump on our website and understand what we do. They can fill out a form to apply for a job for it with us and get an interview. We have a strong HR department that really helps recruit good people. So we look for people with the right core values first, and then knowledge is kind of secondary, really.
That's great. And that website is rabine.com /careers. But also, I would encourage listeners of this show to check out the website, rabine.com, because it says a lot about what you're doing, and I'm just fascinated. Gary, I'm looking forward to following up with you, learning more, and hopefully having you back on to talk more about the work that you're doing, both in business but as well as in community. You seem to be a guy that we're going to be following and staying in touch with. So, Gary Rabine, the Rabine Group, thanks for joining us on Get Down to Business.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you, and tell everybody to get out to vote.
Fantastic. Absolutely. Get out to vote. That's right. The election is next week on Tuesday, November 4th. And I think it's so important that people step up and get involved and make a difference. And that starts with voting. So get out to vote November 4th. After the break, I'm going to be sharing tips how to improve your LinkedIn profile.
I'm Pete